Hey, what's going on? It's Will Graham, the Gorilla Gamer. And this is a thing that all of us at the Water Cooler Gamer discussions got together and are going to do our cumulative top 5 Super Nintendo games. And here's mine. So let's get started. Number 5. Number 5 is one that I picked up on a PC back in, I think it was 1990. And maybe 91, 92, somewhere in there. But I loved it on the PC, and I know there's a lot of different ports for it, but this one is my favorite port just because of the controls, and that is Out of This World. If you haven't played this game, sure, the graphics may be a little dated, but when I played it, it was state-of-the-art, and I love the story. I love the guy in it, and the alien guy who you rescue from the swinging cage, and he gets down and he goes, Matumba. That guy was awesome. So number 5 is Out of This World. Number 4 is a game that I had seen in a Nintendo Power and I remember being in 8th grade, and in that Nintendo Power they were showcasing all the games that were coming out for the Super Nintendo at that time, and one of them was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. This game, to me, number 4 on my list because it is hard, brutal, and I can put it in and I can get farther every time. It's pretty amazing. You can actually learn to get better on this dang hard game, but let me tell you, number 4 is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Great game. Number 3 is kind of a double here, but that's okay because the same thing, I saw this in a Nintendo Power. So for number 3, it's ActRaiser 1 and 2. More so ActRaiser 1, but I love them both equally. I saw this in a Nintendo Power. I thought it was a side-scroller, and I thought it was an amazing-looking side-scroller. And, of course, it's by Enix. So I was thinking, man, that's going to be good. But then it turned out to be kind of a strategy game and so much more to it. You got to check these out. ActRaiser, the series. So that is my number 3. Number 4 would be, I'm sorry, 3? So number 2. I'm losing my mind. So number 3 would be another one I saw in a Nintendo Power whenever the Super Nintendo was coming out, and that is Super R-Type. I gotta have a shoot 'em up in here. So I'm trying to pick stuff from different genres, but this one is one of my favorite shoot 'em ups. It is so brutally hard again, but if you can give yourself the practice and learn the patterns, it is a very playable, very fun game. Reminds me of Life Force and Salamander for all the guys in the PAL regions. Great game. Number 2 on my list. Number 1 is the one that I have to have an RPG on here since it's one of my favorites, and my number 1 is Final Fantasy II. Final Fantasy II is it's just an amazing game to me. I could play this every year, if not multiple times a year. It took everything that I wanted from all the other ones at the time on the Super Nintendo, or I'm sorry, on the Nintendo, and they just kind of upscaled it, made it better graphically. Everything was so much better on this one, to me personally, and I just loved it so much. So this is my number 1 game, and that is Final Fantasy II. Which is 4. But anyway, we won't get into that. Anyway, and one that was supposed to make it in my honorable mention was going to be Joe and Mac. I love Data East games, and this Joe and Mac game, being co-op, is a really great game. So honorable mention goes to Joe and Mac. Well, it's real fun. I liked it. I liked it a lot. There's going to be a whole bunch more that are coming at you from Drunken Master Studios. We got Jerry, Nintendo. We're going to have a whole bunch of these coming out. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Gorilla Gamer out. Late.